Well, it's morning for me. Happy whatever time of day it is for you. Today I thought we would do something fun. I am getting ready for work today, and I recently had a request for a khaki green eyeshadow look, so I thought we would kind of do that here too. So we're going to do an all matte eye look today. I will do one eye off camera and then come back and do the other one with you guys. I'll walk you guys through what I do for all my face makeup too, just in case you're wondering how to kind of pair this look. Hope you have fun with this. If you do follow along, please let me know, and always feel free to tag me in your recreations. I'm just at Dreams of Music and Makeup on Instagram. Alright dreamers, let's do this. I went in with like 95% Makeup Geek shadows, so these are affordable. They're about, I believe, $6 each on Makeup Geek's website. That is where I picked mine up. I picked them up a couple at a time. I started out with the matte shades. They are my favorite. All matte eye look today, and I really enjoy this. It's a really simple thing, so I hope you guys enjoy. I have primed my lids with the Urban Decay Primer Potion, the original primer potion that's everywhere, and that has kind of set itself. We're gonna go in with a couple of new brushes today. This is from the Real Techniques Instapop collection. I picked up the eye set, and I'm really happy with these. These are great for packing color on the lid. I prefer these to a flat brush as it stands so far. You can get really precise application with this brush, is why we're starting with this one. So I'm going to use like 75% Dirty Martini and just a tiny bit of this Enchanted Forest, but mostly that more vibrant green shade, and we're just going to pack that on this applying side of that brush. We're going to kind of stamp out this outer corner and just slightly up into the crease up above my hood where we want the most color to be, and then we'll blend out the edges. I'm just kind of pressing that into the skin. I'm not really wiggling it or blending or anything like that. I personally like my eyeshadow to wing out a little bit, so we're going to do that. But I also like it to still be visible on this portion, so I'm just bringing that up a little bit. Don't worry, it's not going to stay this harsh. We're just applying it like this for now. We just want to make sure that that opaque color doesn't fade or get disturbed. I'm picking up my Sigma tapered blending brush. This is an E40 by Sigma. I'm going to start dipping into Preppy, which is this kind of olivey brown. It may not look that olivey to you on camera, but it is olivey in person. By comparison to the other greens, the camera may not pick up on it, but it's kind of a pukey, weird brown. It's nice because it keeps the warmth of the green as opposed to reaching for something like a gray. That's why I love these shades that are kind of that pukey, yellowy brown. They're some of my favorites. And we're going to use this kind of as our transition and to just create some depth all over in the crease. But I'm just working in very small amounts and building it up to where I want it. These shades are very pigmented, so unless you're packing on a shape to like blend out, I would advise going in with little bits at a time, especially when you're using a blending brush. It's a lot harder to take it off than it is to add more. I go back and forth between windshield wiper motions and little circles. That tends to help me out the most. Now I'm going to very lightly dip into Dirty Martini and then back into Preppy and just kind of soften this edge right here so that it looks like the green continues into my crease just a little bit. Reach into Desert Sands, which is this nice yellowy shade. That's going to help warm up these edges a little bit. I like tying in these kind of yellowy browns because it just looks like earth tones that are supposed to be together, to me at least. Plus it's very flattering on hazel eyes, green eyes. I'm just adding a little more. The Desert Sands color over here, now that I see it's not as visible. I'm going to reach over to this larger Instapop. This is the Instapop shade brush. The other one was the crease brush, the little smaller one. And I'm going to mix this MAC Brulee or Blanc. I'm sorry, I removed it from its original packaging. And this is Peach Smoothie by Makeup Geek. So I'm just kind of mixing those because I don't really want peach, but I don't want solid white either. And I'm gonna pack that basically on this blank space just to clean this up. And I'm not gonna bring it up into any of that crease work that we did. I just want this all to look even. Brighten it up a little on this side while I've got it. I'm gonna tap this blending brush into those same colors real quick and just go along this top edge so this fades into nothing. If you ever want to take just an extra 3 seconds and make your eyeshadow look 10 times better, do this step. Just pick up something that blends in with your skin tone and just go over the edge of all those colors that you did on your eye. It makes all the difference in the world, I swear. It just looks airbrushed. Using this Wet n Wild tapered brush, I'm gonna dip just a little bit into Preppy. I did this on the other side. It doesn't look like it needs it on the side, but I did it on the other, so we better do it over here. And I'm just gonna go over where that green meets that gold. And that is it. That is how I got this eye look. I'm gonna add a little bit of liner and then I will come back and show you guys what I do for the rest of the face to kind of sync up with this look. Be right back. I just used my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe, and I'm going to prime my skin so that we can go ahead and start working towards foundation. I'm going to be a little high maintenance today and prime with 2 different primers on different areas of my face. So I'm going to start with the No. 7 Airbrush Away Radiance Boosting Primer in the center of my face. This one, while it has that luminescence, dries down to kind of a smoothing, pore minimizing feel. So that's why I want this one down the center of my face where I have the most pores. I feel like if you tackle how your pores look right through here, right at the center of the forehead and right at the center of the face where the eye is drawn immediately, then you don't really have to worry about it everywhere else. It's all kind of bonus. You can make your skin look good by targeting certain areas. On the rest of my face, I'm gonna try out this True Match Lumi Glotion by L'Oreal. This is a new purchase that I picked up, I think since that haul that I showed you guys last. So I've been enjoying this. It doesn't have that same primer-like dry down as the No. 7, but this is much more glowy and kind of hydrating. So I prefer this on the more outer portions of my face. I'm really excited to be back. I hope that you guys can sense that with me on camera. I'm really, really happy to be back here and filming for you guys. I was so sick that I was in bed for 6 days. And the last 2 days I was also very, very close to the restroom because my body decided that it was time to just clear everything out of my system because I had been sick for so long. So I'm still kind of going through that process a little bit. It's very fun. I say that in the most sarcastic sense possible. Now that we've primed, let's grab some foundation. I am a little bit fair right now, so I'm mixing a little bit of this NYX Pro Foundation Mixer in white in with my normal No. 7 Stay Perfect in Warm Ivory. This is the lightest shade match I have in this foundation, is why I'm mixing this in. It's just a little bit dark in comparison to my neck when I don't do that, so rather than coat my entire neck in foundation, I just like to mix a little bit of this in. I'll show you guys the proportions. So I got about 3 or 4 pumps of foundation and just a little bit of white. And I'm gonna mix that with the back of the brush. Knock everything over on my vanity. And then apply it with my beauty sponge. I still love this Maybelline Face Studio blender. This is like my 3rd one. They do get to a certain point where you can't really get the foundation out of them anymore and they're just not as fluffy and squishy. You will know what I'm saying the moment it happens to you because it's happened to me twice. And just for the record, if you are new around here, I do wash my sponge every time I use it. To me, it is just not worth it to leave the old concealer and foundation in there. I'm an acne prone skin type, so that risk is just not worth it in my opinion. So I do cleanse this every time I use it. Just getting off that excess foundation from our mixing stick. And I've been starting to put my foundation on my forehead. I find that I have less creasing, and for whatever reason, when I do this, I usually start in the center of my face and work my way out, but this has just been working for me lately. Have you guys been trying any new little weird bits in your routine? And if so, are they positive changes, or are you tempted to go back to your old ways? Because I've been testing out some different theories and application styles, and some of them I really like, and some of them I'm like, I wasn't missing much. I want to give you guys more of what you want in 2018. So the more you guys communicate with me, the more capable I am of doing that. So my ears are wide open. Come tell me in the comments what you guys would like to see. I will be back in just a moment, and we will apply some concealer and finish up the face. Time for some concealer. I'm going to take some of my Tarte Shape Tape. This is the shade Light Neutral. Also going to pick up the shade Fair Neutral, just a little extra brightening. I'm sorry you guys, I keep moving out of frame because I'm having the worst abdominal cramping in the world right now, and I just can't sit still. I'm really sorry. I was really starting to feel better today, but now I'm really not so sure how this is heading. Okay, dreamers, I'm back. I have set my under eyes with a little bit of powder using my same sponge. I just dipped this in a little bit of the Maybelline Fit Me powder, the loose finishing powder, and set my under eyes. I also set just the center of my forehead and right by my nose. A little bit right here too. I'm gonna go in with some liquid highlight. This is not a usual step for me, but I've recently picked up something that I really enjoy. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Hello Halo Liquid Highlighter. This is in the shade Halo Goodbye. It's a little lighter than the other one I've been using. And I'm just gonna kind of dot that over here on the high points of my cheeks. See how it disappears when the light's not on it? That's why I wanted this shade. I'm gonna blend this in with our same beauty sponge. I'm just gonna use one of these kind of sides and start in the smaller areas. I will say that I'm noticing with this shade more than the more golden one that it does tend to cling wherever you kind of place it down. So I would place it in kind of even amount wherever you want it, because it does kind of cling if you take even more than a second to go and blend this out. My highlight brush, this is a Morphe M501. It is not my favorite, but it is a nice kind of rough texture for picking up highlighters that are more of a dense consistency, so that's why I'm using it. I'm sorry if my tone has changed. My overall body feel has completely changed, and I am now kind of in agony, so I'm gonna stick through. I really want to finish this video for you guys. Plus, I have zero content if I do not. We're gonna push through, but I apologize that I'm not gonna be as talkative for this portion. I'm taking this e.l.f. Shimmer Highlighting Powder in the shade Sunset Glow. It's this beautiful kind of gold shade. It's just the glossiest, most beautiful $6 highlight, and I'm just gonna kind of top up those areas we just worked on. Also gonna take a little bit right here. Make me feel more fabulous than I do. Make me look a lot more fabulous than I feel. I picked up a new shade of the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I saw this at the drugstore the other day, and this is in the shade Sun-Kissed. Sorry I didn't pick up the other new shade, but these bronzers are kind of pricey for what they are, so couldn't really afford to pick up two. I do fund all of my own content at this point. This is just a deeper, kind of warmer shade than the ones that they've provided thus far. This is darker than the regular bronzer shade, which I also own. So there we have it. Here's the original bronzer, and here is the new shade, Sun-Kissed. It's more of a red-orangey base. For blush, I'm going to take this little Tarte one that we got for the birthday gift at Sephora last year. It's in the shade Party. Grabbing a little Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Keeping with the matte look, I'm going to go with another Makeup Geek shade. I'm going to put on this Real Techniques smudge brush some Makeup Geek Cocoa Bear, which is this beautiful warm brown here. And I'm going to keep that real close to the lash line. Go about halfway across from the outer corner. And to blend that out, I'm going to use the same shade we used in our upper crease, and this is Desert Sands by Makeup Geek on a Real Techniques shading brush. I was going to say smudge brush again. Taking a little bit of this ColourPop shade Bitter Better on this tiny little brush, I'm going to put this in our inner corner. I thought we'd try out a new mascara today since I found this at the drugstore the other day. This is the CoverGirl Peacock Flare Mascara. I double and triple checked. This does not have any castor oil in it, so we are safe. Unfortunately, that new Maybelline Total Temptation does have my allergen in it. I would love to test that out, but not worth it. I really like the shape of this. I was not sure about it in the package, but it has this nice kind of rubberized grip on the two sides of the lid, and it's flat on those two sides on the bottom too, so it's really easy to grip. I do like that. So it has different lengths of bristles on there. Interesting. Okay. I do really like this mascara so far. It just looks beautiful. I mean, it's holding the curl well, it's nice and black, it gives me a little bit of volume, not giving too much length to where my lashes look freaky. I do have pretty long lashes as it is, so that's just not an attribute I look for in a mascara. But I'm gonna go ahead and apply this other one off camera. I'm sorry guys, I'm in so much agony right now. It really feels like there's something trying to rip its way out of my abdomen. I'm just gonna kind of peace out from here, and I will check back in with you guys in a little while. You'll be able to see my full face with my hair all done. I don't know when that's going to be, but I'm going to wait until I'm in a little bit better spirits and feeling a little bit better, and then I will come back and check in with you guys then. Hey there dreamers, it's me Jacqueline, just checking in for our closing of this video. This is my final face. I did wear a different lip color today, but my lips are so dry they called for lip balm this time. It has been approximately 9 hours since I checked in with you guys last. I was having a very difficult time this morning health-wise, and fortunately after I signed off on here I was able to get some food in my stomach, some very bland food. I've been uphill from there. So I went into work and I am now home from work. It is about 6:15. And I just thought I would check in with you guys, let you guys see my hair dry for the first time in this video, and just see how the makeup wore. I am a little disappointed that the eyeshadow has creased as badly as it has, though I did mean to touch up the green before leaving for my day. I want to show you guys. When I look down, you can see right where my hoods are the most foldy. There's some pigment missing from that Dirty Martini shade that we packed on earlier. That's disappointing to me, but not all that surprising. I do have a high-end primer on today. I'm wearing the Urban Decay Primer Potion as my base for shadows. Overall, I think this makeup held up well. The things that I notice when I got up really close and personal to my mirror is that I do have a little bit of transfer just on these outer lashes from this new Peacock Flare mascara. I am not going to fault the mascara at all because I usually have more prominent darkness in here as well if it's going to do that as a formula. I did not set this portion of my under eye today. I intended to, but I totally forgot. I was going to do that portion with a brush because I was kind of baking the rest of my under eye, this inner portion here. That was my own mistake for not setting this area, so that black transfer is on me. Along those same lines, in that same area, we have a little bit of, I'm not sure if you can see it in this lighting or not. Let me see. Maybe if I turn that off. But you can see a little bit when I like smile where it like is creasing and stuff. It almost looks like the liquid highlight is breaking up the Tarte Shape Tape or the foundation just on the high points of my cheeks. Just like right here where I start to get some little fine lines that form when I smile. It's not looking so hot right there. So I'm not sure if that was waiting too long to blend it. I didn't wait particularly long today. I don't know if it's the Tarte Shape Tape. I don't know. I don't really know why that's happening. The only other thing I can say is that there was no powder in that area. So this may just be what happens when that doesn't get set in any way. So either way, I think this makeup held up pretty well. Let me get this light back on for us in case you need it. I really enjoy this makeup look. I think it's beautiful. Like you can see the quality of these shadows and the base underneath it because of how it still is seamlessly fading up into that more yellowy brown and then to my skin. I really love that about these shadows. They do stay true to color all day. I love that. I do still have my inner corner highlight in here thanks to that Fix Plus. Something that I did not film before I put on mascara, I actually doused myself, well not doused myself, but I misted my face with some Urban Decay Chill makeup setting spray because I knew this would be a pretty long day for me. So I did set my face in general, but yeah, these areas are not looking so hot on me because they don't have any powder. Imagine that. I am a combination skin type that is a little bit more dry at the moment. However, when I'm at work, there is heat on constantly, and at home where I have heat on, I also have a humidifier. So I tend to produce more oil when I'm at work, even though it's from dryness, if that makes sense. So it's kind of hard. It's a little bit of a battle for me. But anyway, first world problems, am I right? My bronzer held up, my highlight is still there, my blush is still there, everything looks fine to me. I really like this mascara. I feel like it has kept the curl in my lashes all day and I'm really impressed. I'm gonna keep using this. Pretty good makeup day, had a pretty good day at work. Let's hope that this is the start to feeling better and staying better. And I hope you guys are all well wherever you are. Hope you're having a wonderful day or evening. And if you haven't already, I would love for you to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, or subscribe. If this is your first time here or your first time seeing me, I would love to have you back. I do put out 2 beauty videos every week. I would love for you to join us for them. I hope to see you in my next one. Keep dreaming.